Why, hello everyone, it's GleeCon, and here I am. I'm bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft, and I want to thank you so much for watching, for listening, for tuning in. As always, you guys are the reason. You're my why. You are my white girl Instagram hashtag. But it goes hand in hand with this game, this World of Warcraft universe that we try and explore. So on this show, Lore of Warcraft, we do everything. A lot of it is us trying to play through every single game in the series in a fully completionist way. And we're deep in the middle of World of Warcraft Classic doing that. We're almost done with Stranglethorn Vale. We completed it as a Alliance character. We're almost done as a Horde. My goal is to finish it on camera with you guys this weekend. But we also try to visit the side lore too, the books, whether that's nonfiction books or like lore books or weird stuff, and also some of the other media. And this is one of the more rare things we've done. We've done this a few times, but where we find some of these obscure short videos, look at them, discuss them, review them together. So we're in the middle of one that's a 6-part video series that led up to the Mists of Pandaria, but chronologically it takes place around the time of or slightly before the War of the Ancients. So it's called The Burdens of Shaohao. We're on the third part. This is called part 2 because the first one's a prelude. We're going to watch a few minutes of this. Before we dive in, I'll recap. This week earlier, we published, or I put out a video of the Stranglethorn Vale for Horde. We just got bogged down because I couldn't find anyone to run missions with me, and I couldn't quite solo the Mind's Eye or the Giants with my current character. So we have some more work we can do, but we're really going to hopefully aggressively try to look for some partners over the next couple episodes. And I really think we'll finish it in 2 more. I also did put up another Patreon. It's been a few weeks since I put one out, but I did do the 7th and 8th chapters of the Nintendo DS, because on the Patreon I'm doing a side project called Lore of Assassin's Creed, and we got some subscribers on that as well. But I want to put out more content. More subscribers I get on that, the more time I will definitely devote to that. But they take a long time too. But I've been playing through right now, same concept exactly as this show, but it's for Lore of Assassin's Creed. And we're playing Altair's Chronicles right now. It's a DS game that we're emulating. I'd say maybe I'm about 2/3 of the way through the game. So we did a couple chapters of that. It's kind of funny. It's a lot different. World of Warcraft, they're both long plays, but these DS games are emulated platformers, so it's a lot of me dying over and over again, but I die so much, and it's so frequently, 99% of the time, it's the fault of the control and poor game design. So it kind of oscillates between me being in complete shock and frustration at dying yet again, and me just belly laughing at how dumb I died that time. So you go ahead and check out the Patreon for some of the older episodes if you want, and support me on that, or support me as a member on the YouTube if you want to continue to make my dreams a reality, because you guys are awesome. All right, I'm not going to talk anymore. The episodes, if we recap the episodes leading up to this, we have Shaohao, who was an ancient emperor of Pandaria. He was kind of inaugurated in the prelude, but received a vision that things would be bad soon. In the second, he dealt with the first Shah, his Shah of Doubt, I want to say it was. And he had a pal, the Monkey King, that was swept away. And he had to learn to sort of bend like the willow and lean into the doubts. And that was the way he was able to defeat that Shah. So now he has the confidence that he can overcome his angers, and he's going to set out an adventure, I guess, presumably to rescue his friends. So, here we go. Stay a while and listen to this episode of Lore of Warcraft. We'll pause as we go if we have ideas, thoughts, reactions. I've not seen any use of alcohol or crude anything on these, so part 2, Despair.
Emperor Shaohao, free of doubt, pursued his friend, the Monkey King. With the wind at his back, Shaohao ran. But in his haste, the Emperor stumbled. The into the dense and untamed swamps of the Krasarang Wilds.
So that's cool. First of all, as I talk about every time, love the voice actor for this. I haven't had any confirmation. I think it's somebody from Avatar: Last Airbender, but it's definitely from the earlier videos. They have used famous actors from that have acted on that show before. So me just plucking that out of a hat is not from nowhere. I think it's the guy that plays. I think the guy that's doing this voice is the uncle guy, the Fire Nation uncle. I can't remember. It's been a little while since I watched that show, but I did love it. I watched it, I think, all the way through, maybe 3 times. And also the art style. It's an art style. I think the art team is very similar to the one that they used recently on Dragonflight for this. That's pretty cool. And now we're in the Krasarang Wilds, so the southern strip of Pandaria. So it's cool that we're touching that zone.
No! The Emperor cried out. He fought to free himself, but only sank further. The more the Emperor worried, the deeper he sank.
And the Shah. It's like...
These worries had taken form. The Shah of despair.
It's like the never-ending story. Of course.
Betrayal! Shaohao cried out, "Help!" Far above, the majestic red crane of hope soared. "Why do you struggle so?" the crane asked. "I have lost my friend, my kingdom," Shaohao cried. "It is hopeless." "Your friend is not lost," the crane replied. "You are." Again, Shaohao looked to Pandaria for the answer. He saw the great tree growing in the middle of the swamp. The branches reached for the heavens, but its roots stretched deep into the earth. Shaohao's feet found purchase. With hope in his heart, the Emperor reached upward, and the grip of despair loosened. "I must never forget who I am," he said. "I am the Emperor, and I will save this land."
Cool. So we have a few things. Now that we're halfway in, now that we've watched 3, we have some themes. So as it said even in the dialogue, again, he looked to the land. So there's one theme. By looking to nature, looking to your surroundings, looking to his land, the Emperor himself is drawing parallels in how his behavior should be. It's a real natural, holistic way of looking at both combat, approaching the world, a philosophy. It's pretty cool. So he is taking examples from that. And that's a common idea, not just necessarily a Chinese one. You see that one in a lot of different cultures. So that's pretty cool. 2, I love that idea of a shifting of perspective. I got to find my friend. My friend's lost. And the crane says, "No, you're the one that's lost." So that's pretty cool. And I think that's just good advice, period, for life. These times, if you just reframe the paradigm, I think so much that can help you in so many ways. Someone's not treating you, like a D-bag or whatever. Like, shift that paradigm and see. Because no one, and I say this all the time in my life, no one is the villain of their own story, right? That's pretty much by and large true. We might see movies where that's not true, but like no one out there's not a politician, there's not a bully at a school. There's no one anywhere that's the villain in their own story. So in this case, he can shift the paradigm of his separation between the Monkey King. But I really like that. I think that's really a good touchstone. I try to make it not just be lip service. I try to actually bring my forcibly. It's really hard to make yourself shift that paradigm because it's very tempting to feel slighted and pained or lost and afraid or full of doubt, or in this case, despair on this episode. It's really tempting, and it's really easy to say these platitudes, but it's so hard in real time to let go of the resentment, to let go of the fear. I struggle with it every day. So I like that. Anytime art like this can both excite me for a game, but also make me pause and think, I got to appreciate it. I got to give a little golf clap applause. So thank you everybody so much for watching, for listening and tuning in, for spending a little part of your life with me. It's precious, it's finite, and I thank you for sharing that resource with me. And I'll continue to share mine with you. See you guys next time on Lore of Warcraft.